What's up everybody, Rob from Milesboard here to answer your questions about the Phantom. You asked, what is the smallest wheel you can put on the Phantom and still ride it? Today we're here to answer your question. So the Phantom you see next to me has the 105 millimeter cloud wheels on it. Those are not the stock wheels. Those are the wheels available in the Pro bundle. This is the size of the stock wheel. It's a 97 millimeter wheel. So this cloud wheel is 8 millimeters larger than that wheel. You see, it's not that big of a difference. Now, what limits you from going to a smaller wheel? That's gonna be the size of the direct drive motors. So there's gonna be a point where you get the wheels small enough that they are smaller than the direct drive motors. And at that point, you're only running on the motors themselves and not the actual wheel. So we don't recommend going any smaller than the motors. And one thing to keep in mind is that you do want to have some clearance between the motor and the ground. So you want to have a wheel that is larger than the motor, quite a bit larger. Actually, the larger you get, the more clearance there is and the less likely you are to bash the outside of the motors on the ground and scratch them like we have done here many times because we beat the hell out of the boards. All right, so before we change any wheels, I did bring my trusty caliper so that you can know exactly how big these cans are and how small you could go. That is 63 millimeters wide. So 105 millimeters minus 63, that is 42 millimeters larger than the actual can. And if you divide that in two, that's how much clearance you have per side. So that's 21 millimeters per side, almost an inch of clearance with these cloud wheels. So let's see how far we can take it. Excuse me while I whip this out. Check it out, pink wheels. Look at this. So these are the wheels from our dual electric skateboard, 80 millimeters wide. And look at that, how tight it comes on the can. So that's only 17 millimeters larger than the can itself in diameter. And if you divide that by two, that is 8.5 millimeters of clearance per can. Less than a centimeter of clearance, only about that much. Which means if you run over a rock greater than that size, the can's gonna hit it and scratch it. So let's talk a little bit about why you would wanna change the size of the wheels. Each wheel size will change the board's performance in a certain way. So the smaller your wheel is, the higher acceleration you'll have, the more torque you'll have, and the better hill climbing abilities you will have. However, with the smaller wheel, your speed is going to suffer. So you get more torque, less top speed because there's just less circumference and you're covering less ground per revolution. The motor can only spin so fast. So when you put the stock wheel on, which is bigger, you get a higher top speed, a little bit less acceleration, torque, and hill climbing abilities. When you put those massive cloud wheels on, your top speed will go even higher, past 30 miles per hour. However, again, your acceleration and hill climbing will suffer a little bit. So for the folks who want to be the fastest off the line and you don't care too much about top speed, maybe you do want a smaller wheel. If you want the high top speed and you're willing to sacrifice a bit of acceleration, you want the big bad boy wheels. So you want to stay tuned to the end of this video because we're going to put these two boards head to head, the 80 millimeters versus the 105 millimeters, and see how the acceleration is affected. But first, let's cruise around on the 80s and see how they run. All right, so now Anthony and I are going to race. He's got the 105 millimeter cloud wheels on his board. I've got the 80 millimeter dual wheels on mine. Let's see who's faster. 3, 2, 1, go. Whoa. Man, that thing slides with full brakes. It brakes so hard it slid, that was crazy. So be careful if you put the small wheels on. Any wheel, the brakes are so powerful that you can slide. That one slid pretty hard on me with the small wheels. So this wheel, I definitely wouldn't go any smaller than this. This is, you're really pushing your clearance on the cans. If you want to feel like you're on the edge of a cliff That's what it feels like riding with the 80mm wheels. The acceleration is insane. If you hit the brakes, you're gonna be sliding pretty hard. And it gets a little squirrely when you have that much acceleration. Small wheels, they're easier to slide and stuff. You're turning all around. It's a wild ride. It's like being on a bucking bronco on a cliff. So ride at your own risk. The 97mm wheels definitely feel a bit more stable. And the cloud wheels, I mean, you're on a cloud. They're awesome, awesome. So if I could only pick one wheel, probably the cloud wheels. If you want to mix it up, have some fun, let us know how it goes, but ride safe, wear your helmet. All right, guys, that's it for today's video. I hope it was informative for you. If you have any questions about the Phantom or electric skateboards in general, leave them in the comments below and we may turn your question into the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. It would mean the world to us. Like, comment, and we'll see you later.